Hello student, this is Mehnaz Khan. Today we are going to study fourth poem of ninth class from your Beehive book, The Lake Isle of Innisfree, composed by William Butler Yeats. The student here we are having title Lake Isle of Innisfree. Lake means a stream of water. Isle is a synonym of island. Here S sound will be silent. Innisfree is a place about which the poet is discussing in this poem. Student, before starting the explanation, let us see the theme of this poem. We are having two major themes. First, we can enjoy nature when there is a peace of mind. The poet want to tell us that if we are peaceful in our mind, we are not having any tension, we are not having any stress in our mind, then we can enjoy nature. Otherwise, we will avoid nature. Second, real peace is impossible in busy life of cities. We can find it in a solitary place only. What is solitary place? Solitary place is a place where the person live alone. Means if we are living in a cities, the life of cities are very busy. We have to be in hurry for every work, so we can't feel peace there in this busy life, and only the way to feel the peace in the busy life is having a solitary place. पोइट ये कहना चाह रहा है कि अगर हम रियल में शांति चाहते हैं, अगर हमारे माइंड में शांति है, तभी हम नेचर को एंजॉय करेंगे. अगर हमारा माइंड डिस्टर्ब है, हम टेंशन में हैं, तो हमें कितने भी सुंदर पार्क में ले जाकर बैठा दिया जाए, वहाँ के फ्लावर्स, वहाँ के प्लांट्स हमें अट्रैक्ट नहीं करेंगे, हम अपनी ख्यालों में खोए रहेंगे. सेकेंड थीम में वो कह रहा है कि अगर हम शहरों में रहते हैं तो वहाँ की लाइफ बहुत ज़्यादा बिजी होती है, बहुत ही भागा दौड़ी वाली हसल वसल लाइफ होती है. उस लाइफ में हमें शांति नहीं मिल सकती, और अगर हमें रियल में शांति चाहिए तो हमें एक सॉलिटरी प्लेस की ज़रूरत होगी, एकांतवास की ज़रूरत होगी, जहाँ हमें साइलेंट होकर एक मेडिटेशन वाली कंडीशन में अपने आप को रिकवर करना होगा. Student, in this poem we are having three stanza. In first stanza, we are having alliteration, consonants, referent, assonance, imagery, literary device. The rhyme scheme of first stanza is A, B, A, B. In second stanza, we are having personification, metaphor, imagery, alliteration, repetition, assonance. And same rhyme scheme we are having A, B, A, B. In third stanza, referent, alliteration, assonance we are having, and the same rhyme scheme A, B, A, B we are having. Before proceeding to the explanation, let us see the what question is arises, what the poet want to tell about the poem. This poem is a lyric. What is lyric? Lyric is a short poem which is musical. It explores the poet's longing for the peace and tranquility of Innisfree. It shows that how the poet is impressed with the peaceful atmosphere of Innisfree Island. What is Innisfree? Innisfree is a place where he spent a lot of time as a boy. When he was boy, he spent a lot of time in Innisfree Island. So now in the young age or maybe in old age, he was missing that thing. मीन्स पोएट ये कह रहा है कि पहले तो वो हमें ये बताता है कि ये पोयम एक लिरिक है, जो एक म्यूजिकल पोम होती है, इसमें एक म्यूजिकल धुन होती है, और ये इस चीज़ को भी एक्सप्लोर करती है. एक्सप्लोर करना मीन्स बताना, रहस्य खोलना किसी चीज़ का, कि पोएट जो है कितना लगाव रखता है उस शांति भरे एटमॉस्फेयर का इंनिसफ्री आइलैंड के. और वो इंनिसफ्री आइलैंड कहाँ है? जहाँ पर उसने अपनी बॉयहुड में, जब वो एक बॉय था, तब उसने बहुत सारा टाइम स्पेंड किया है, और वहाँ की शांति से वो इतना प्रभावित हुआ है कि वो दोबारा शांति वाला एटमॉस्फेयर पाना चाहता है. Let us see the explanation of this poem. The first stanza, I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree. The poet is saying, I will arise, he will stand, and he will go now. Where he will go? To an island, Innisfree, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. What he will do there in Innisfree? He will make a cabin. He will make a room like there. And how he will make? With the clay. Clay is a thick mud, and wattles means the sticks which are used to make walls or fences. And what he will eat there? He will arrange same thing here. The 9 beans raw. Beans are the vegetable. He will grow 9 beans raw. Will I have there? A hive for the honeybee. And he will also get honey from the hive of honeybee. And live alone in the bee loud glad. And what he will do? Glad means a open place. He will live alone there, and because it will be a peaceful place, so he will listen the honeybees buzzing sound. स्टूडेंट पोइट कह रहा है कि वो एकदम अभी खड़ा हो जाएगा और वो अभी जाएगा, कहाँ जाएगा? वो इंसफ्री आइलैंड जाएगा और क्या करेगा वहाँ जाकर? वहाँ एक अपना रूम बनाएगा। वो रूम किस चीज़ से बनाएगा? वो मिट्टी से बनाएगा और जो है स्टिक्स होती हैं, राफ्टर्स, the sticks which we call in village are sarva type word we use for that. तो उससे वो अपनी फैंस की दीवारें बनाएगा और वो अपने खाने के लिए क्या करेगा? बीन वेजिटेबल को ग्रो करेगा, उसकी 9 रॉज बना देगा, बहुत सारी वेजिटेबल ग्रो करेगा और वो वहाँ पर हनी भी पाएगा। कैसे हनी पाएगा? जो हाइव्स होंगे हनी बी के, उनसे वो हनी भी लेगा। एंड लीव अलोन, और बिल्कुल शांति से वो रहेगा और वहाँ की जो ग्लैड ओपन स्पेस होगा उसकी शांति में वो मधुमक्खियों की धीमी आवाज को भी सुन पाएगा। लेट अस सी द राइम स्कीम ऑफ दिस स्ट्रेंजर स्टूडेंट. Free word rhyme with honey bee, e sound is here, and the maid word rhyme with glad. So rhyme scheme is A B A B. Now the literary device. See the first line, I will arise and go now. This same line is repeated in third stanza. So this is referent literary device. If you observe second line, in second line, a vowel sound is prominent in and, a, small, cabin, clay, wattles, made. When any vowel sound is prominent, that is assonance literary device. In third line, ha sound is repeated in two consecutive words, in the beginning of two consecutive words, hive, honeybee. So this is alliteration literary device. If you observe fourth line, here la consonant sound is repeated in live, alone, loud, glad. And when any consonant sound is repeated, whether it is in the beginning, mid or last, that is consonance literary device. Now the next stranger, and I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow. What the poet is saying, that at the Innisfree Island, what he will do, that the peace will drop from the sky slowly, just like a dew, dropping from the vale of morning, where the cricket sings. Veil is a covering of the women, especially the bridal face is covered by this. Cricket is insects which is belong to grasshopper category. It is having short leg, and cricket will sing there. And the morning the peace will drop from the veil of morning, means in the morning the peace will start. There midnights all a glimmer and noon purple glow. And what will be there? The midnight will also full of glimmer, full of shining. And the noon will be purpley glow. It will also glow. And evenings full of the linnet's bird. Linnet is a name of a bird. Evening full of the linnet birds means in the evening when he will see the sky, it will full of the linnet birds. Linnet birds will fly in the sky in evening. स्टूडेंट पोइट कह रहा है कि जब वो इंसफ्री में एक केबन बनाकर रहेगा तो वहाँ शांति ही शांति होगी चारों तरफ, और शांति ऐसा लगेगा जैसे स्काई से ड्रॉप कर रही है, टपक रही है। और ये ड्रॉपिंग ऐसा लगेगा जैसे मॉर्निंग रूपी, सुबह रूपी जो दुल्हन है उसका वेल, उसका घूंघट हट रहा हो धीरे धीरे, और वहाँ पर एक सॉन्ग होगा, एक सॉन्ग गाया जा रहा होगा जो झींगर की आवाज़ में होगा, क्रिकेट की आवाज़ में होगा। एंड द मिडनाइट, और जो हमारी आधी रात है उसमें भी ग्लो होगा, शाइनिंग होगी, स्टार्स जो स्काई में शाइन कर रहे होंगे। नून जो है वो पर्पली ग्लो कलर कर रही होगी, ग्लो होगा और मतलब इतनी चमक होगी कि पर्पल रिफ्लेक्शन आ रहा होगा उसका। और इवनिंग में क्या होगा, लीनेट्स और अदर बर्ड्स जो हैं स्काई में फ्लाई कर रही होंगी। Hope student that you have understood. Let us see the rhyme scheme of this stanza. Slow rhyme with glow, sing rhyme with wing. So the rhyme scheme same, A, B, A, B. Now see the literary device. In first line, peace, peace word is repeated. So this is repetition literary device. If in second stanza we observe veils of morning. Here the morning is assuming just like a V-man, so this is personification literary device. It is also metaphor here where we are comparing that veils. The morning is comparing with the women and the cover is piece is comparing with the veils of the women. So this is metaphor literary device. In next line, if we observe, a vowel sound is prominent in all a and a. So this is assonance literary device. Here ga sound in glimmer and glow is repeated in the beginning of two consecutive words. So this is alliteration literary device. Student, here the poet is making a image. So this is imagery literary device. Same imagery literary device we are also having in previous fast stanza. Hope student that you have understood the explanation. We will continue our explanation in next part of this poem. Thank you student. Have a good day. Bye bye.